I think the NBA Finals this year will be a lot closer than people expect it to be. I understand that the Warriors they was really dominant during their stretch to the finals, but if we're really being honest about it, the Warriors hasn't haven't really faced any super tough competition like the Celtics. Even though the Warriors core have been there before, but not this iteration of the Warriors. Andrew Wiggins hasn't been there. Jordan Poole hasn't been there. Otto Porter Jr. hasn't been there. All those people that come off the bench and provide an impact have not been there before. But back to the Warriors run. So they faced the Denver Nuggets, who cannot play a lick of defense and missed Jamal Murray. He didn't play the whole season. They won in 5. Even though the Warriors, not the Warriors, the Nuggets kind of kept it close. They just never really pulled out more than one game. The Grizzlies, as a Grizzlies fan, I had my money on the Grizzlies. I was like, we match up really well against them. We can run, we got defense, we got size, and we're just not Ja Morant and everybody else. We have a pretty well-rounded team built around Ja. And we were really close a couple of games. Our inexperience at the end kind of caught up to us, and they managed to win a game. Like game 5 or 6, was it? We literally led the whole game. It was game 4. We led the whole game into the last 2 minutes. We blew a lead. And in game 1, a couple of possessions would have went our way. We would have been looking at a whole nother series. And they really did play the Warriors well because we had size and we had defense. The Dallas Mavericks, on the other hand, they had the size, but they just were not defending in their offense. The way that their offense was just, I'm a Luka and shoot threes. They don't have no bigs. They was driving to the hole like it was nobody's business. And I'm not gonna lie, the Warriors did dodge a severe bullet by missing the Suns. They have a complete team. Defense really have no holes, but I guess Dallas exposed those holes. But hey. But the Celtics, on the other hand, they had the toughest route to the finals. They had KD. Did Ben Simmons not play, and was their defense trash? Yes. But everybody says, oh, KD is unguardable. KD is unguardable. They made KD guardable. They was guarding him. They neutralized him. They faced Giannis without Chris Middleton, I understand. But still, containing Giannis is something hard to do. They were able to, I guess, because Giannis still has some massive numbers, but they were able to hold him. The Heat are really scrappy. Eric Spoelstra likes to throw different things at you. You know, you have Bam, you have Jimmy, you have PJ Tucker, those really gritty, kind of versatile defenders on you. They got through that. And so now with the Warriors, they are really battle tested. They had the toughest route compared to the Warriors, who kind of had an easier route, like I said earlier. And one thing I like for the Celtics is that they were top 2 in defense, and the Warriors haven't really faced a good defensive team. But we can say the same for the other hand on the Celtics. The Celtics really haven't faced a good offensive team. I mean, especially to that caliber. Everybody knows how Golden State runs and plays their offense. They're very free-flowing. And so yeah, that is one thing. And then the Celtics, they have a lot of bigs. Not a lot of bigs, but very dependable bigs who you can play. Well, at least we'll see. Al Horford, Time Lord, Grant Williams, what is he, like a 4? They are not going to let y'all be having a picnic in the paint. That's not going to happen with the Celtics. You really can't pick on anybody in the Celtics starting, or any 5 they have out on there. You're not saying, hey, Marcus Smart, come switch on Steph Curry. You're not going to do that. Maybe Derek White, he's a good defender, but there's really nowhere where you can relax. And then you have 2 versatile wings of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. That's really going to be hard for the Warriors defense to stop at times, but they might be stopping themselves because they go on stretches where they just cannot score the basketball for 5 minutes straight. But then again, the Warriors defense, yes, it's very solid, but you have players like Jordan Poole, who Steve Kerr was basically calling him out. Guys, you need to challenge yourself on the defensive end, and we'll basically see how that goes. But I really do think the Celtics and the Warriors series will be way closer. They're a way better match than people realize. I keep saying Warriors in 5. Warriors are going to sweep. I highly doubt the Warriors are going to sweep the Celtics. I mean, they had to come off of some really big battles. They was down 2-3 in that Milwaukee series, and they had to beat the Bucks in an elimination game at home. They came in Miami, beat them in their home court like 3 times, I believe. Like, they was coming into people's houses, dominating them, actually taking the life out of the crowd. So yeah, I'm really interested in what's going to happen with this series. Um, I'm actually cheering for the Celtics. I'm a Grizzlies fan. I'm not the biggest fan of the Warriors. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I really do think the Celtics have a chance to win. I don't think it's as wide open as people kind of expecting it to be. And I think, please stop with the Warriors being the underdogs. Being underdogs, they have been the favorites in every series they played in. So yeah, I don't really have like, oh, Warriors are 6, Celtics and 7. I don't really have anything on that nature. I'm just kind of excited to watch and see what's happening throughout the series. Will it be Ty coming back to Boston? Who knows? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like or subscribe. Peace and chicken grease. As I'm editing, I forgot to mention a few things that are in favor of the Celtics. I forgot to mention that Al Horford is probably going to be one of their most impactful players. Al Horford and Marcus Smart. During the Bucks series, Al Horford single-handedly won them a game. Not necessarily with the points, but with just making big plays. Second thing I forgot to mention, even though take this with a grain of salt, the Celtics statistically have the best record against this iteration of the Warriors in the regular season. I know you can take that with a grain of salt. The regular season doesn't really count. And number three, one thing about the Warriors is with their offense, you know, they like to have the extra pass, they like to run around screens and all that. They have a tendency to turn the ball over a lot. And that's what kept Memphis in that. They turned the ball over. So if the Celtics can capitalize off those turnovers and have really good bigs, I think the two biggest deciding factors will be, can their bigs play? Because Kevon Looney's out here looking like Hakeem Olajuwon. And are the Warriors going to have a lot of turnovers? And also on the Celtics side, will they have a better flowing offense? Because you cannot go these stretches without scoring for 3 minutes. Because the Warriors are going to go on a 22-0 run. So yeah, that was it.